Oh, yeah, that's better, isn't it? So, welcome along to the channel here for a quick update here. And thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in here. I thought I'd just come on here and do a little bit of a update. Yes, I quote, update kind of show today. So, I hope that, of course, you'll be inspired by the kind of content that I'll be using within, say, for example, about half an hour to an hour tonight. And of course, the return of the community news will return as of tomorrow, because, of course, hopefully, I'll bring in some exclusive content, which, of course, you will get nowhere else, especially in the mainstream media, as we call it. Of course, the British Bashing Corporation, that is, and the Woke ITV and the Sly News and Woke Channel 4. I heard, whilst I'll be on the subject on that, about ITV, and I actually saw it on the mainstream platform. I don't really watch it mainstream much these days. Everyone seems to go onto YouTube and Substack and all that kind of thing, and maybe say a few words on X, formerly known as Twitter. But of course, I saw something on the news saying that ITV may be selling out to Sky. I think because they're losing half of the audience. But anyway, of course, I would say this now: a huge welcome to the program here. Please do come and say hi in the chat, and of course, it'll be nice to hear from you. Let us know what you think of the content that we're going to be using tonight. And I thought I'd use this as a special tonight. And of course, I don't normally use other people's videos, but of course, I thought I'd do it tonight because it seems like independent media sources do use other footages. So I can't see no harm in it, because I'm not here to attack anyone that is regarded in these videos whatsoever. Some of it may be a little bit political, but of course, the reason for that is because we need more people like, of course, the person that I'm going to be showing you in today's live stream. And of course, if you're watching on replay, it would be a video. But what I will say this right now: the person that, of course, came on earlier on the Outspoken show, if you've not seen the Outspoken show with Dan Wootton, formerly a presenter on, well, he started off a 3 hour show and then he went down to 2 hour show. And then, of course, later down the line, they kicked him out for whatever reason. I can't understand, but I think it was personally provoked. But I won't go into the details of that, what I think about that. You can gather what I'm thinking right this minute inside me, but I can't really say anymore. So I have to be very careful on that one. But of course, I think it was basically provoked. And if you want to message me privately about that on Substack or something like that, feel free to do so. I'll talk about that social media, the new platform that everybody's screaming on at the moment, which is called Substack. And I've just put myself on there a few months ago. Well, actually, about a year ago, I was on there anyway, but I didn't really post anything on there. So you'll find me posting things on there. And it'd be lovely to get some guests from there as well, if they would like to have their say about some community issues, not necessarily mainstream, but of course the community issues like the bus routes are being changed and lots of different things going on at the moment. And I'm pretty much crazy with all of it. But yeah, the videos are, first of all, we're going to come to the first one, which is on a lighter note. I was actually going to do it the other way around, but I thought I'd start with the lighter note and get that out of the way. Or maybe I should do this one first, actually. Maybe I should do my first thought first. And what I'll do is I will actually show you, of course, this person that was on earlier today, and it was on the live. And there's about 21 minutes of it. I don't think I'll be able to show you all of it because, the show will run out of time. But it's not because I don't want to, but of course, I just want to show you a little bit of course, some of the questions that Dan Wootton has been asking. And the reason why, of course, I've been so influenced by Dan himself, and of course, he follows me on X as well. The only platform that he does actually follow me on, but of course, he has read some of my messages and occasionally replied, which is brilliant as well. So, of course, yeah, really, really pleased to death about that one. Please do keep spreading the word. I will tell you a little bit more about, of course, what's happening after we've done at least community news final episode of 30. We're going to go up to the 30 mark. So it's not quite over yet, but of course, the show is going to be similar. And it might be taken from my other standalone channel, which, of course, I will tell you about that. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to within the show. So the first one is going to be, of course, of this lady who does actually follow me, and of course, she just recently, a few months back, got released from prison for some post that she apparently done. And of course, the people that was trying to make her, a prisoner or whatever you like to call it. I don't know. I have to be careful how I word this, but of course, the people that were trying to send her down and silence her to, stop her speaking the truth, basically, um, had a post taken down after she had deleted it, apparently. So that is the story of that. And of course, it'll be very interesting to get some reaction on that. And of course, yeah, it's the one and only Lucy Connolly, who, of course, was in prison for quite some time before she got released, of course. I can't remember off the top of my head how long she was in, but of course, it felt like it was a long time waiting for it. But of course, hopefully, she has to be on her guard to make sure she doesn't say anything similar. Again, maybe she could have said it a different way, but of course, she just showed her frustration, which, of course, anyone would have done. A Liverpool fan could have been angry with a Manchester United fan, and a Man United fan, for example, could have got angry with what she say if she was a Liverpool fan, or anyone, male or female, could have been saying something really bad about Manchester United, and they could have called that, against what they believe in, rather than saying the R word. But anyway, of course, let's go straight to that interview right now, and then we've got something on a lighter note to share with you in the program tonight. So please do stay with the one you're on.
This is just too important. This is my child's future. This is what I'm fighting for.
Currently, is not a criminal in my eyes, in the whole country's eyes, I reckon. She's a mother. She was angry, as were many in this country, angry and betrayed, as migrants coming off boats.
A lot of respect for him for speaking out, on that level, and volunteering to do my time. Not many people would say or do that, and we can't keep ignoring him.
Lucy Connolly, welcome officially to Outspoken. It is going to be so great to have you as a regular here on the Superstar panel. And I mean, isn't it fascinating, Lucy, that here you are, an ordinary woman who had your voice taken away, but now in so many ways, you have become the representative of what Brits are thinking as we see this crazy country around us almost collapse.
Yeah, it's very surreal, isn't it? It's hard to think that, just a few weeks ago I was locked up in a cell, and now, I'm on here with you.
And you never expected to be in this position, did you?
No, firstly, I never expected to go to prison ever in my life. And then obviously when it first kicked off, and before the likes of you guys got involved and all of that, the mainstream media, were really not kind to me, and didn't report the full facts, etc. We know how they operate. And I didn't ever think that the tide, would turn as much as it has, and people would be supporting me as much as they do. Children, but he has blood on his hands too. If you know that your child is as sinister as that, I mean, what kind of mother turns a blind eye to children ordering knives? Wasn't a chef, was he? I mean, there's no words like that. They are just don't have children then, if you can't parent them, they are equally to blame as him, because they could have stepped in, they could have gone to the police, they could have, they knew that the school were concerned, that head teacher was told, oh, you can't profile him as a black boy with a knife, and you must take out the word sinister. I don't think sinister's it's not even the word for him, is it? Like, have we ever had anybody like this in the system before? This horrendous, this sinister, and
It's
it
demonic.
wasn't just an overnight thing, was it? This had been, was it 10 times he'd been caught with a knife in school or something?
Yes, and of course, there was, as usual, all of the pressure that came down on the head teacher. You don't want to be seen as racist. The father trying to sort of not totally tell the authorities the truth because he was too worried about losing his son. I mean, it was a catalogue of failures.
I know.
And if you know what it's like to lose a child, right? So if you are the parents of Elsie or BB or Alice, I just wonder how you ever forgive, given that they were sitting ducks.
And you lose a child in circumstances where it shouldn't have happened, you want to know every single detail. How did this happen? Why did this happen? Could this have been done? Could that have been done? Otherwise, you drive yourself insane, wondering. And my experience is better to know. And I felt better after Harry's inquest because some of the questions that we had been answered. Whereas before we just felt like we were banging our heads against a brick wall. They closed ranks, they say it wasn't them, they didn't do anything, blah-de-da-de-da, same old. So I really hope that this inquiry can bring these families some kind of peace and closure, and that it's a full and thorough inquiry, and it's not, preempted by them. And I hope that they genuinely answer questions that the family want answered, as opposed to answering what they want to answer or what the government wants the spin on things to be. So I really, really hope for their sake that this is a really full and frank inquiry, and they get the answers that they need.
Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every
Okay, everybody, and hopefully you can still hear my voice here. And of course, yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching that. Of course, it was what Lucy Connolly had to say about her brief experience on the show. Well, she had a longer than brief, but of course, when I mean brief, it was brief on the video. Okay, and of course, when I just showed you clips, it was just brief interpretation. If you want to see that in full, I'll go to Dan Wootton Outspoken and check out his YouTube channel. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. And of course, if you have any thing to say, a feedback or anything like that, I'll try and pass it on. And of course, it was only brief, and of course, I thought I'd just share it with you, some of what of course the interview was about, and how I've been influenced by, of course, the wonderful presenting of Dan Wootton himself. So yeah, that's just an example. So anyway, of course, my name is Nick C, and I'm a community journalist from the east of England here. So we're going to cover a little bit more in this program, more than what we might do on tomorrow's show. So we might get a chance to sort of do a little bit of word for today. And of course, for those people who are watching it and listening on the replay, it'd be lovely if you could send us some really good feedback on that, constructive if possible. So yeah, keep spreading the word. We need more people watching as possible here on this channel here. And if you're watching anywhere else, massive hello to you. And yeah, please keep the community alive, which is what this show is all about. And yeah, before I go on to the next video, which is Dr. Boogie Woogie, who I believe plays at St Pancras train station at a piano and brings lots of different people that join him, with musicians from all over the world, perhaps, and of course some singers that often shy away as well as singing. But of course, it's great to see on his channel, so go and subscribe to that. And also he's on Facebook as well. So yeah, something on the Substack keeps flashing up on my phone. It's very, very eager at sending me notifications, but probably in due course I'll probably end up switching it off. But anyway, I'm knocking the stand a little bit here. So yeah, tomorrow night I'll probably be doing some exclusive footage and sending it to the show. Hopefully I'll be able to do that, but you'll be able to see it all in full on the actual channel, which is what I want to tell you about now. Nick C's Adventures, okay, which is something similar to what we might use after the final episode of Community News will be winding down. So, of course, yeah, I hope that everybody's going to be intrigued by it. Of course, what's fascinating with me here, we've got 13 subscribers from this very date, which is obviously 7th of the 11th, 2025, which is a Friday. I don't know if it's Black Friday, I don't know. But, of course, I heard that Benny's Barbecue in Haverhill actually promoted something about fireworks. Apparently there was fireworks going on in Haverhill, Suffolk. Benny's Barbecue in Haverhill. Just want to give a shout out to and a mention to. So yeah, very nice of you to show up here today, and thank you very much for joining us here. And please do watch our 24th episode if you can, even if you miss it on the live. Watch it on the replay, because it is actually a great show. Of course, showcasing community stuff that you will not get to see anywhere, mainly in the mainstream media. So we're going to be completely and utterly different. So it doesn't mean that we can say what we like, but of course we can say what we want up to a point. But yeah, we're not regulated by any of communists or anything like that, or Ofcom, if you like to put it that way. We're not yet, anyway. So yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to that point where we have to get demonetized and what kind of thing. So let's get to matters of point here. Nick C's Adventures, formerly Nick C and Nicole's Adventures, which I actually, well, not actually, yeah, actually, not actually. So yeah, which actually was one of our moderators, which she is still a moderator on our what do you call it? I'm just trying to think now. Because it's the same color as, of course, the X. Yeah, TikTok. I don't often go on TikTok very much, but when I do, I always get appreciated by people donating, which you can also do here through PayPal. But what I will say on that note is that she's still a moderator on that channel, Touring with Nick C. And Nick C's Adventures is also on there, but of course, yeah, with just the other channel, basically the main channel, which has over 1.40 subscribers. But yeah, like I say, of course, we appreciate anyone coming in to watch us at any point in the evening, afternoon, and live, whatever. But like I say, we would like to see a little bit more guests on here, you know, not just, of course, JC, who can come on occasionally. Okay. But we're going to a little bit of an event tomorrow. He's got to go to another event tomorrow called the CCA, which is the Cambridge Community Arts, which is a yearly membership of around about £15. Anyone want to join that, they can do that. The Cambridge Organist Association. Yeah, didn't I say CCA? I said I meant COA. So anyone wants to join the COA, which is the Cambridge Community Arts. No, Cambridge Community Arts. No, that's a former thing now that I used to belong to. No, Cambridge Organist Association. I do apologise. So yeah, Cambridge Organist Association. Do check that out. Yeah, and they're looking for people that can help support that group for organists out there. It's basically that kind of thing, and musicians that play the piano who would like to play the organ as well. They go around to different sort of places. Check out the website for that, Cambridge Organist Association, which is COA. Okay, and yeah, definitely worth looking at the website if you're interested in getting in touch and supporting them as a membership and going to their annual meetings, which is usually held in Cambridgeshire area. But anyway, that's the plan for that, and we're hoping to do something in the morning, which will enable us to maybe do a little bit of filming, and of course, you know, basically put it up on the show exclusively. So a little bit of an insight of what we might be doing there, and I hope all of you are able to come in and watch it there. Right, okay, let's go to the next video here. I hope you all enjoy this. This is more on a lighter note here. If you're watching on the captions, otherwise known as subtitles, please do stay with it when you're on. And please do enjoy this. This is Dr. Boogie Woogie. And I think it was filmed at St Pancras train station, which is next to, I believe, London King's Cross train station, which I have not yet been to, but I've been to Liverpool Street Station within about a year ago, I think it was. Yeah, it was a long old day for that one. I wasn't actually going into London. I tried to avoid it as possible and ended up in Braintree. And eventually I got back to Cambridge. I did it all in one day though. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'd do it every time because it is quite expensive to do that. But anyway, of course, let's go and see this Dr. Boogie Woogie and sit back and enjoy. Bit of New Orleans jazz there. Dr. Boogie is on the piano, and of course this is a guest bonus. I don't know what his name is. Watch the interview at the end. This trombonist.
God bless you. Listen, let's meet up again sometime.
Yeah,
I think
let's
you're
do it.
absolutely amazing, man, and you look great too. I mean, so are you actually based in London? Yeah. Are you- do you live in
Cambridgeshire,
London?
but I
Cambridge.
gig in London, so I'm always in and out.
So
of
you're
the
a
station.
full-time musician? Fantastic, man. And it's going all right, yeah?
It's going all right, yeah.
Good man, good man. Listen, God bless you. Well done for meeting you, and well done. I need
So there you go. Of course, some fantastic, of course, I would say, in my opinion, trombonist, and of course, the one playing the piano is Dr. Boogie Woogie. But yeah, he has his own YouTube channel as well. So yeah, I spotted him just by chance on the, the pianist himself on the notes of Facebook. So yeah, I just spotted him, thought I had to listen to that kind of thing. And sometimes he gets guests to play with him, and sometimes he gets singers that walk away, and some singers that enjoy the moment. So yeah, it's just really, really fascinating, by the way, to watch that kind of thing. And I will be replaying that on the actual show once more tomorrow. So of course, if you want to repeat of that, it's only about 2 minutes long. And if you want to check more out on that, of course, I'm sure this guy is amazing, Dr. Boogie Woogie, and of course, the one playing with him, of course, really, really went well with the guy. And there's so many musicians that come across this guy, and of course, people play some music, and he dances along as well. So, yeah, this guy is absolutely crazy with what he does. So it's definitely well worth, of course, a tune in, and he's got a lot of following as well, which is fantastic. So yeah, um, so yeah, this is a brief show basically, and of course, yeah, we've been going for about 30 minutes or so. I said it's going to be about 45 minutes to an hour. Not long tonight, but of course, yeah, I just wanted to go through some of the things that have been going on circulating at the moment with in terms of the news, and of course the news. First of all, let's talk about Weatherspoons here. Unfortunately, of course, the legislation or legislation is the right terminology, I think, about the hot chocolate going. I think, of course, it's a little bit disappointing because, they're getting rid of the sugar thing. Just imagine if that was the scenario, if a lot of beers would be off the shelf and there will be no pubs, would there? Because we know that beer does have sugar in it, doesn't it? So, yeah, not to say that it shouldn't be off the menu. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, of course, some people have been saying about the hot chocolate being off the menu, which is a little bit of a huge disappointment, but never mind. Apparently, there's breakfast deals coming, according to this group page of Weatherspoons. I think, of course, it's Witherspoon without the S on it. I'm not quite sure about that, but of course, apparently, menu shake up as it launches the new £2.99 new meal deal at 650 pubs. Weatherspoons is shaking up its menu with a new bargain deal. I don't know, of course, if every pub of Weatherspoon is actually doing it. Hungry customers will be able to get breakfast for £2.99. That's £2.99, not £299. At more than 650 branches of the popular pub, you can choose from a breakfast muffin or a small breakfast for that price, and it comes with a soft drink or hot drink. Interesting. And of course, the deal is normally from 8 a.m. till 12. Used to be about 7 o'clock, doesn't it? If you remember rightly. But anyway, What else can I mention there? Yeah. Let's have a look here. This is the 10 spoons at, of course, Saffron Walden, the government legislation, the Labour Party. Because it says in this pub here, through recent government legislation that changes, hot chocolate and matcha are now excluded from the free refill offer. Thank you for understanding. But yeah, my argument is to that a little bit disappointing with that. Apparently, it's got comments of 4 people on that, but I can't see the comments now for some reason. They've been blocked. Or no, actually, I can see them. But this guy, of course, I'm not going to mention any names here. What do you think about this? No point getting political. And this is a general anti-sugar health warning shared by Wetherspoons and many other similar establishments responsible. And I responded to that. It says government legislation, so it's nothing to do with Wetherspoon. Have you not seen the notice? And of course, he responded. He hasn't said anything since that. It's all on Facebook, by the way. Yeah, recent government legislation. The debate has been going on for years, so be it. What does that mean? But yeah, I responded, of course, what next? Are they going to ban people on groups saying that they want steak back on the menu? So there's no answer for that guy. It really is no answer for that guy. That's terrible, isn't it? But anyway, of course, you can tell what side he's thinking. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. I'd just like to do this prayer as I usually do. Let's see if I can do it without the actual paper in front of me. Living God, okay? Which is the living God's love prayer. Draw us deeper into your love. Jesus our Lord, send us to care and serve. Of course, Holy Spirit, make us heralds of good news. Stir us, strengthen us, teach and inspire us to live your love with generosity, joy, imagination, and courage for the sake of your world and in the name of Jesus. Amen. See, if you repeat that several times, of course, which is something, of course, I never thought of doing. It all depends on the kind of language used. If you can do a paragraph and read it back several times, that's probably how an actor does it and memorizes it that way. But it takes years of practice, as you well know. So, yeah, I'm going to now talk about something else, which I've been posting all over the Facebook. And, of course, 7 people have seen that other post of Boogie Woogie, of that guy performing against Dr. Boogie Woogie with the tromboner. So, yeah, I just want to give a mention to Nigel Craft, who, of course, has done this song When I Need You, which is quite nice. Just before we go here, I just wanted to, of course, talk you through, of course, the Havel News section here, where, of course, this news regarding, of course, the Cambridge bus franchising delayed as first services not expected till 2028. So, this is what it says here. Under bus franchising model, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough services would be controlled by a combined authority, including fares, routes, and timetables. So, yeah, I'm trying to read what else it says as well. Bus franchising in Cambridgeshire and Peterborough will not be implemented until at least 2028. It has confirmed. Previous Mayor of Cambridgeshire and Peterborough Labour's Dr. Nick Johnson announced in February that the combined authority, CPCA, would franchise the region's bus system, bringing services under great public control. Under the new model, the CPCA will set fares, routes, and timetables, as it says. And of course, it's just disappeared from my eyes here. So yeah, routes, timetables, and service standards, working with contracted private bus operators to ensure they are implemented and work effectively. Franchising will also allow profits to be reinvested into improved services. So yeah, I don't think I can continue with that. I don't think it will say. Oh, yeah, it does say a little bit about it. It was felt that the ambitions we had for the bus network weren't being met within the commercial model at the moment, she said. The CPCA currently supports at least 12% of the bus services in the region, with the stability of the network not granted, but franchising would allow the authority to take control and maximize value for money. Hopefully people understand all that, because I haven't got a clue what all that is all about, but never mind all that. Of course, yeah. Like I say, of course, a huge thank you very much for everyone that has tuned in today, whoever has been tuned in, wherever you've been watching as well at the same time. So yeah, do check out Gavin's Work and Grill in Haverhill on the Haverhill Uncensored group, which is the Haverhill UK Uncensored on Facebook. And of course, yeah, latest on South, as in Cambridge South Station opening date, as further delay has been announced until probably next year. That's a little bit of a disappointment as well, which will cause a bit of disappointment. So yeah, there's been a front page news about the, of course, plans for a new city that could house 1 million people between Haverhill and Newmarket has been revealed. But of course, there's only 2 people. We'll find out a little bit about that probably on tomorrow's show. So if you can keep tuned up to that and keep listening and watching, and I'll try and keep you informed with that. Okay, so that will be hopefully on tomorrow's show, where I'm able to read a little bit further about that information and what Nick Timothy had to say about that as well. So yeah, keep tuned to that as well. That's according to the Haverhill Echo, okay, which is also online and also on the paper, which is now on a Friday, formerly known as a Thursday. That's when the Haverhill Echo is the only news local paper in the area of Haverhill, Suffolk. Now, Haverhill itself in Suffolk in the UK, we're talking about, did used to have a railway station, and it closed in 1965, I think it was. And there has been some lovely photographs of the actual station, which is now part of a Tesco's with a car park with it, and the Tesco's does have a cafe as well. Currently here in 2025, unless, of course, we're talking in the future. But yeah, like I say, of course, I'm going to leave it on that note. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in. It has been, of course, the update with Nick C. Tomorrow, we've got a fabulous show. Hopefully, you can join us for that, and we'll hopefully carry on promoting and providing the community for you. It is getting late here, so that's why I'm closing the show with a smile on my face. I'm going to repeat, of course, that boogie woogie thing so you can enjoy it without me talking over the top. The Trombonist and the Dr. Boogie Woogie. And I think it was filmed at London St Pancras, which is next to London King's Cross, I believe. It looks like it's very much from that place, because I probably recognise the train station wall, and of course it looks like a shopping centre in Cambridge, like the Grand Arcade or something, but probably 10 times a lot bigger. But anyway, have a look at it, and of course I will repeat it yet again tomorrow on Community News, episode number 24. We'll hopefully provide the or promote the community for you. And we'll be back before you can say the words. Are you back already? Oh, I've run out of time for the word for today. I'll do that on tomorrow's show instead. So I do apologise about that. But of course, yeah, do join us for that. And we'll be back before you can say the words. Are you back already? I just said that, didn't I? Peace out and God bless and stay safe.
Well done, absolutely amazing. Well done, my friend. God bless you. Listen, let's meet up again sometime.
Yeah,
I think
let's do
you're
it.
absolutely amazing, man. And you look great too. I mean, so are you actually based in London? Yeah.
Cambridgeshire, but I
Cambridge.
gig in London, so I'm always in and out.
So
of
are you
the
full-time musician? Fantastic, man. And it's going all right, yeah.
station. Going all right, yeah.
Good man, good man. Listen, God bless you. Well done for meeting you. And well done. I need.